Well, there's been a major cannabis seizure in Hong Kong as 500 kilograms were confiscated and 3 were arrested, according to the Weed blog. In a massive drug bust, Hong Kong customs officers have seized 500 kilograms of cannabis buds with an estimated street value, the Hong Kong dollar, of $130 million, which is equivalent to $16.7 million U.S. This bust, uncovered in a shipment of soybeans from Canada, has pushed the total amount of cannabis confiscated in 2024 to a staggering 2.6 tons. This marks an 80% increase in cannabis seizures compared to the same period last year. The discovery made last month highlights that the growing sophistication of drug trafficking networks and the vigilance of Hong Kong's Customs and Excise Department. Cannabis was hidden within 83 sacks of soybeans in a sea shipment from Canada, with traffickers attempting to evade detection by using vacuum-sealed bags to suppress the drug's odor and strategically placing at the bottom of the sacks at the bottom of the shipment. This latest haul is part of a broader rise in drug seizures across Hong Kong. Assistant Superintendent Jackie Tsang Kinbon, the Customs Drugs Investigation Bureau, reported that the amount of cannabis seized this year has already surpassed the total found in 2023. Hong Kong authorities have been ramping up efforts to disrupt these criminal networks through intelligence sharing and advanced risk assessment strategies targeting air, sea, and land shipments. The arrests include a 54-year-old man who was apprehended when he arrived to collect the shipment, as well as a 44-year-old woman and a 55-year-old man who were arrested days later. All 3 are facing charges of trafficking in a dangerous drug, an offense punishable by up to life imprisonment and a $5 million fine. What? Listen to this, guys, okay? Dangerous Drug Ordinance, Chapter 134 in Hong Kong states, any person who traffics in a dangerous drug shall be liable upon conviction to a fine of $5 million and imprisonment for life. Trafficking includes selling or giving away any amount of a dangerous drug. Any person who manufactures a dangerous drug shall be liable upon conviction to a fine of $5 million and imprisonment for life. Any person who has in his possession or smokes, inhales, ingests, or injects a dangerous drug shall be liable upon conviction to a fine of $1 million and imprisonment for only 7 years. Any person who has in his possession any pipe, equipment, or apparatus intended for smoking, inhalation, ingestion, or injection of any kind of dangerous drug shall be liable upon conviction to a fine of $10,000 and imprisonment for 3 years. Any person who cultivates any plant of the genus cannabis or opium poppy shall be liable upon conviction to a fine of $100,000 and imprisonment for 15 years. And when a person other than a minor is found to have exploited a minor for procuring, supplying, or trafficking a dangerous drug, the police will appeal to the courts for enhanced sentencing, invoking Section 56A of the Dangerous Drugs Ordinance. Interestingly, the seizure has also had a ripple effects on Hong Kong's underground cannabis market. A previous bust in February saw 570 kilograms of cannabis buds confiscated from a Fanling warehouse, significantly disrupting supply chains. In fact, the price of cannabis, the black market, has surged, rising to $270 per gram in July, up 30% from $200 per gram. Of course, that's Hong Kong money, and that's $25.76 U.S. dollars. The spike in price reflects both the scarcity of supply following major seizures and the ongoing demand for the drug, despite its illegal status in Hong Kong. Some authorities in Hong Kong have attributed their success to a robust network of international and regional cooperation. As Tsang pointed out, they are working closely with mainland China and overseas law enforcement agencies to combat the trafficking of illegal drugs. Continued collaboration is crucial in identifying and dismantling drug distribution networks as investigations into the source of cannabis and the criminals' distribution networks are still ongoing. Seizures of cannabis have surged dramatically in 2024, with authorities confiscating over 3,021 kilograms of the drug between January and July of this year, marking a 108% increase that was seized in the same period last year. This trend highlights the increased efforts by smugglers to exploit Hong Kong's busy trade routes while also reflecting the growing global cannabis market. I'm Todd Denkin with High at 9 News, and here's some friendly advice. Don't smoke weed in Hong Kong. What do you guys think about those that $5 million penalty and life imprisonment over there in Hong Kong?
I mean, Hong Kong is definitely not where you want to get caught trapping
I'm not good at the math thing, but is that almost $140,000 per pound? So they said 167 million for 1,200 pounds.
No, it was no. It was 16.7 million.
It was a hat.
At 500 kilograms,
there we go.
Worth 16 million pounds, or worth 16 million US dollars. 500 kilos.
Oh, look, Yarrow's confused.
No, I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment. So the article says in massive drug bust, Hong Kong customs officers have seized 500 kilograms with an estimated street value of 167 million US.
Right,
so,
that's a typo. It's 16.7.
Are you sure? Because
I'm positive because the US dollar is 13 cents for the Hong Kong dollar. So if you just do the math.
If not, I'm shipping boxes to Hong Kong starting tomorrow. I mean, here we go.
Why not start today?
16.7.
Why wait for tomorrow to what you can do today?
Right. What are you doing today? Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Got to go out and buy boxes today. Right.
I got them for you, Yarrow.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Oh boy. I mean, listen,
so
anybody who's dumb enough to get caught with anything in Asia, come on. They still beat you with rods and shit over there. This is not are they even allowed to have? All right, whatever. But listen, this is not the place where I would want to get caught with anything. I don't want to walk on the wrong side of the street, jaywalking, whistling too loud. I probably wouldn't even yell over there.
Well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
They didn't necessarily
beat you for spitting.
Did they actually catch someone? Because you just said that they caught a shipment. Yeah. Was there someone involved with the shipment?
Picking it up.
Yeah, they arrested 3 people. The guy picking it up, and then 2 other people the next day.
Yeah, well, they're going to jail for the rest of their forever.
I wonder if these rules were created during the English's rule or power, and then since recently they had this transfer of power, and the Chinese government has kind of gone there and took control over. Is this something new?
No, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. What's new is that people are smuggling it in like that.
No. What Saman is saying is he's wondering if this is nothing new and a vestige of colonial occupational laws.
It's not really in their culture out there. Cannabis smoking.
What do you mean? It totally is.
No, it's not.
It's obviously it's in their culture. If they're
and maybe then it was. Maybe
the first cannabis was found in China.
I understand. Maybe then it was. Okay, but I've been there. Okay, I've experienced this. Okay, and it's not a culture where they're consuming weed. They don't even know what weed is out there. The only reason that you probably most of the time back in the days that you would even get caught is if some European snitched you out because it's just not. It's not in their culture. It's not what they do.
It's in their culture. They're just not sharing with you when you go over there.
That's right.
I mean, I think it's used
You guys
differently.
are crazy.
I think it's used differently.
They've confiscated 3,000 kilograms so far this year. It's definitely in their culture.
It is now. I'm saying when I went out there. I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago.
Is it possible that they just didn't like you?
Jason, maybe you were the one that brought.
You already know that's impossible. You know that's impossissible.
Jason was the one that went
impossible. That was funny though.
Oh boy.
Well, whatever.